first question, regarding the attacking intelligence, you've obviously introduced that, making more plays, making more runs, but you haven't talked much about the defensive side of things. How's that going to sort of balance out with the current tactical defending models we've got?
Yeah, I think if you play the game, even at an early build, you realize that it's actually pretty balanced. We know that even though we're selling these attacking features, it would all go to waste if all the actual hinder a game. If we made a game that has features that unbalance the game. So, to appease everyone who's thinking, oh, they're just doing attacking stuff, we're doing a lot of things to balance the game. So, the AI positioning is going to improve as well. We're doing things to improve the animations that you get on the tackling. When you use tactical defending, we also showed you here how sometimes now when you didn't want to tackle, it's too late, but you're in a position that is much better to actually get in front of the dribbler and go get the ball. We're going to give you that instead and seal out that attacker. So we are improving all areas of the game so that it's balanced. What we want is to remove that frustration of you having the ball, envisioning very obvious intelligent runs by your teammates and getting none of that. So that's really what we want to do. And I think if you play from as well, I would think that most people would say that it was too tight in terms of positioning and marking. It was too, synchronized marking of no matter where the dribbler goes, the defender goes, and a lot of creativity. So I think it's okay to spend a little bit more on the attacking side and just make sure that it's balanced at the end.
Okay. And in regards to first touch control, it seems like it could affect the gameplay quite radically. In terms of context of how passes are played. Do you think that might put sort of casual players off, or do you think it's something that will make the game more playable, more realistic?
No, I think it makes it more realistic, and because it applies to both teams, and it's based on context. It's not based on, okay, they have great players, it's never going to happen, they have bad players, it's always going to happen. It's not like that. The most important factor here is the context, not the player. So, because it applies to both, it is going to create a realistic variety of outcomes. That is either harder or easier. It's just more authentic. It's more unpredictable, but in a good, authentic way. So I'm not worried about that really. It's more difficult.
Yeah. Okay. Keepers have been a slight bugbear for many people out there. What have you done to sort of go through keepers this year?
Well, we're not talking about that here because this is not as sexy. We're not a huge feature for it, right? But the truth is that every part of the gameplay, every part of the game evolves year in and year out. Even if you're not hearing here about keepers, never make the assumption that they're going to stay the same. The truth is, we invest in every single part of the gameplay every year. So, keepers might not get this amazing technological revolution this year or a rewrite of the entire system, but you can be sure that we're looking at them, we're fixing the most important ones, we're adding animations, and we're making it better.
Also another committee sort of bugbear has been like team styles. So whereas Barcelona will play a quick passing style, lots of movement around the place. Say for instance Chelsea, less so maybe. Have you sort of worked on that, introducing team styles and stats making more of a difference to the actual gameplay?
Yeah, we always do that. In terms of developing the game, especially when you introduce things like attacking AI and all that, first you introduce them in a generic way, so that it's not perfect, but it's very sophisticated across the board, so that it's a basic level of intelligence that you want, and then you add personality on top of that. So I think that's what we'll be focusing on in the next 6 months, is, okay, now that we have the systems in place, and we've tuned them, how do we create personality in there? So, even just thinking of first touch control, those are things that now we'll use all control, the attribute a lot more. Attacking AI is going to use attacking positioning a lot more. So these features are going to enhance personality.
Okay, last question, sort of moving away from FIFA. You've obviously been at FIFA for a while. What's outside of FIFA? What other games sort of be looking forward to? Maybe you tried out?
To be perfectly honest, I've barely been out of this room in 2 days.
Yeah.
So I haven't really seen much. I saw the trailer for just the little trailer they had there for Assassin's Creed 3.
Yeah.
Very impressive. I didn't get my chance to get my hands